Listen, if you've ever been called a mean girl or a hothead, or you identify as a recovering crash out, then this video is for you because I'm about to share a fresh perspective that's going to snatch your edges but salvage your relationship. So stay tuned. Welcome back to yet another episode in the main character emotion series where I'm sharing with you challenges that I'm navigating in real time and telling you how I'm overcoming. So I'm glad that you're here. If you're new here, I'm Coach Kayla Simmons, and I help Black women to interrupt toxic cycles, reclaim their narrative, and step into their main character era with clarity, confidence, and ownership. And in tonight's video, we are talking about emotions because emotions make you cry sometimes. If you've known me for any length of time, you will know that I wasn't always this good self manager and my emotions ruled me. And especially when I'm stressed, I recognize that agitation and other symptoms start to rise up. But lately, I've been telling myself over and over, just because you have strong emotions about something doesn't mean you're right. And I know that that is not what you want to hear, but just because you feel really strongly doesn't mean you're right. When we feel strong about something, we want to anchor down. We want to argue. We want to plead our case. We will text blocks. We will call a million times. We do this thing where we stonewall because it's like, I know it. I just know. And it's like, actually, we probably need to do a pause and sit with a little bit. So, of course, I got some notes. Let me give you 3 things that you can do the next time you feel big emotions, whether it's anger or fear or guilt or whatever it is, sometimes even happiness or excitement, just to make sure that you are moving in a way that's pure and authentic and not just being driven by feelings, okay? The first thing I want you to ask yourself is, do I have all the information? This is a really good one for anger, right? Like lots of times we see something, we got a perspective and we are just going in. And I want you to start thinking about things from the other person's perspective. Do you have all the information? Like, what's the context? So and so said this to me. Okay, what was said before we got this comment? In corporate, we call it a global perspective because just like a car crash, every side of the street sees things in a different light. And before we take action, we should probably gather more information. So that means we're going to ask questions. That means let me get some clarity here. I like to call it a perception check. So someone is talking, they're saying whatever they're saying, like, perception check, let me catch up. Just so we're clear, you're saying that, and then you repeat what you heard them to say. This gives the other person the opportunity to be like, no, girl, I didn't say that. And then they can clarify. Or they repeat whatever off the wall thing that they said. And now we can process, okay, how do I effectively respond to this? Do I have all the information? Ask questions. Number 2, I want you to ask yourself, am I responding from trauma? Am I responding to this because in the past, every time someone phrases a question this way, they were being snarky? Am I responding to this because when I was 4 years old, this happened to me? Why? And that requires sitting with it. So I've been telling myself and my clients alike, when something big happens, we're taking 24 to 48 hours before we have a major response. That gives me time to process. It gives me time to gather that extra information or the questions I need to ask. It gives me time to sit with, what does this feel like? Where do I feel it in my body? And what does it remind me of? Why am I so driven? Because lots of times we are walking around popping off on people in 2026 because we were mad at somebody from 2016. Hello, somebody. Okay. And then lastly, I want you to start to consider, what can I learn? The next time you're sitting in that uncomfortable meeting or you're having this weird conversation or this text comes through, you're asking the questions, you're thinking back, okay, am I responding from trauma or some other emotion or a past event? What can I learn? Why did this make me anxious? What can you learn about you? And what can you learn about the person that you're in the situation with? just because you have strong feelings doesn't make it right. And if you feel convicted by this video, then good, because it's always my goal to call you up into the life that you truly deserve. And we can't get there if we keep sugarcoating stuff. So hit that follow button if you love this video so you don't miss a thing. Share it with a friend who needs this word, and I know you know at least one. And if you're ready to take that next meaningful step into true transformation and being the main character in your life, click the link in the show notes and book a clarity call. It's time for us to stop spinning our wheels and get crystal clear on what it's going to take to create the life that you desire. I love you, and I can't wait to see you on the call.